Hi, I'm Robert Martin, Associate Professor of Church Leadership and Practical Theology at St. Paul's School of Theology in Kansas City, Missouri. I'm very excited to be a part of the Congregational Leadership Series. My sessions are called together, they're called Incarnational Ministry, Following Christ Right Where You Are. The overall workshop is divided into two sessions. One will be in an evening session and one will be the next morning. And the evening session is called Engaging Your Community in Ministry. And what we're going to try to do is two things in that workshop. One is to help your congregation, the members in your congregation, understand how the congregation, they themselves in particular, the laity, are connected to in their community already. They're already in business and they teach school and they're in their families and they're out on the soccer fields and they're doing all kinds of things all around the community. So the congregation doesn't have to think up or dream up how to be involved in ministry. People in your congregation are already living and moving and having their being in the congregation. Now the question is then, and this is the second thrust of that workshop, is how to help them understand their involvement in the community as ministry. How to help them be more intentional to minister wherever they are. So that's the evening session, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun to deal with. The morning session as well, it really follows up on that, and the title of that is How to Help Your Congregation Be a Crucible of Christ-like Ministry. That is a vortex of spiritual energy so that people are motivated and supported and equipped to go out and be ministers wherever they are. See, wherever in the community that they are. A lot of times when our congregations are constituted by a lot of activities, we do a lot of activity, we have programs, but a lot of the activities and programs we've done for years and years. We do Sunday school classes the same way, and choir and youth group and mission trips, we do them the same way, and they're not very spiritually enriching. So the morning session is all about how to help your congregation identify what is spiritually enriching and spiritually engaging so that you can then be more intentional about living into that spiritual enrichment more fully. What I mean by that is, instead of talking to each other about the sports and weather primarily, or what happened, what you did last night, what we can do is to talk to one another in very intentional ways about our spirituality. What engages us, what challenges, what makes us change spiritually, what brings us spiritual passion, what helps us renew our truest commitments. I'm United Methodist, and this process was really what fueled the Methodist revival both in Great Britain and the United States and really throughout the world. It was small group covenantal discipleship. And in the 21st century, this same movement is becoming much wider in scope. It's having its own revival. But I'm not here to say that you need to start new covenant groups. What I'm saying is that you have these groups already in your congregation. You already have Sunday school classes and youth groups and choirs, and you have a trustees meeting. All these are groups, and they're supposed to be church. What if, instead of doing our business as usual, what if in these small groups we tried to be church? What if these small group activities, these opportunities, could be more spiritually enriching, more spiritually challenging? Well, they can actually. And so I'll share with you a process whereby you can help your congregation, you can lead your congregation into greater spiritual depth, greater spiritual connection between people, so that it becomes a crucible of spiritual energy that motivates, supports, and equips people to go out into their daily life and be the presence of Christ right then and there. I look look forward to being with you. And until then, go in grace.